Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to be exploring something today called prompt engineering.
Ooh, prompt engineering.
It sounds a little intimidating.
It does sound a little techy.
Yeah, but stick with us.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really just about how to talk to AI to get what you want, like giving directions. If you give better directions,
Right.
you get to where you're going.
Exactly. And the cool thing is this isn't just for, super techie people.
Right.
This is about using AI in everyday life better.
Yeah.
And we're using this article as our guide today from the Open API Hub community.
Okay.
It was published November 25th, 2024.
Gotcha.
And it's titled Exploring Prompt Engineering Example, Practical Applications in AI.
Okay.
And it breaks down how to use prompt engineering for things like writing blog posts or automating customer service.
Wow.
Or even personalizing marketing emails.
So like all sorts of really practical stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's look into that. The article talks about the power of a good prompt, and it seems like it goes beyond just, making sure that the AI understands what you're asking.
Right. It's about giving it the right context.
Okay.
So like, for example, if you wanted to ask the AI to summarize a news article, you wouldn't just say, summarize this.
Right.
You'd want to say something like, give me a bullet point summary of the key events focusing on the economic impact.
Okay.
That way you're giving it all that extra context and it can give you a better response.
So it's like anticipating the AI's questions before it asks them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I can already see how that would be more efficient than just, throwing something at the AI and seeing what sticks.
Exactly. Saves so much time.
And the article says that a good prompt can actually make the AI more creative.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I always thought of AI as like limited to its programming.
Right.
But it seems like you can actually push it further with the right prompt.
Exactly. You can kind of make it think outside the box a little bit more.
Wow. Okay, I'm really curious to see some examples of this.
Well, the article outlines 5 key scenarios where prompt engineering is really useful.
Okay.
Content creation, customer support, automation, personalized marketing data analysis and reporting, and then educational tools.
Okay, wow. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at those one by one.
Sure.
Let's start with content creation.
Okay.
The article talks about using AI to write blog posts.
Yeah.
Which sounds really useful.
Yeah, imagine giving the AI a prompt, like write a blog post about the benefits of prompt engineering in AI for marketing professionals.
Okay.
And it actually spits out a well-structured, informative article for you.
So instead of staring at a blank page,
Right.
you kind of get a head start.
Exactly.
I can see how that would be super helpful for writers, marketers.
Totally anybody who creates content.
What about the quality, though?
Well, that's where your skills as a prompt engineer come in.
Okay.
You're not just letting the AI do whatever it wants.
Right.
You're carefully crafting the prompt to make sure it gives you a good output.
And then editing after.
And then you're reviewing and editing it.
Gotcha. So it's more of a collaboration.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So it's a tool to enhance what you're doing, not to replace you.
Right.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next one. Customer support automation.
Okay.
The article says you can use AI to handle those like repetitive customer questions.
Right. Like if you think about those frequently asked questions about a return policy or something like that.
Yeah.
Instead of having to have a human answer that same question over and over again,
Right.
you could just have the AI do it.
Okay. So more efficient customer service and probably happier customers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Less work for the humans and happier customers.
Seems like it'd be a lot of work up front to set it up, though.
Yeah, the initial setup is really important. You have to carefully craft the prompts and train the AI on your policies.
Okay.
But once it's up and running,
Yeah.
it can save you a ton of time.
So invest the time up front to save time later. Okay, let's talk about personalized marketing.
Okay.
This one sounds really interesting.
Yeah, imagine like you could create a prompt that tells the AI to write a targeted email to a customer who recently bought running shoes from your website.
Okay.
And then it could recommend, other running apparel or accessories
Okay.
and create a much more personalized experience.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you're not just putting their name at the top.
Yeah.
You're actually understanding their interests.
Exactly.
And that seems like it would lead to more sales and happier customers.
Yeah, exactly. More engagement.
Cool. Let's move on to data analysis and reporting.
Okay.
This is where the AI is making sense of large amounts of data.
Right. So let's say you have a giant spreadsheet with tons of sales data.
Okay.
Instead of spending hours trying to figure out what it all means,
Right.
you could just ask the AI to summarize the key trends and insights.
That's awesome.
And it could even generate, charts and graphs.
So instead of drowning in all the data, you get like the main points.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that seems super valuable for businesses.
Totally. And then the last one we have is educational tools.
Okay, this is the one I've been really curious about.
Oh, yeah.
It's about using AI to explain complex topics
Right.
in ways that are easy to understand.
Exactly. So imagine asking the AI to explain something like photosynthesis to a 10-year-old.
Okay.
You could write a prompt that tells the AI to use simple language and relatable examples
Wow.
to make the information easier to understand.
So it's like a personalized tutor.
Yeah, kind of.
That's amazing. This could change education so much.
Right.
So we've seen how prompt engineering can be used in all these different ways.
Yeah.
It's really about understanding how to communicate with AI to unlock its potential.
Probably.
But how do you actually become good at this?
That's a great question.
Is this something that anyone can learn?
Let's explore that in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll take a look at the skills mentioned in the FAQ section and see if it's something that you can learn too.
Awesome. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Okay, so we've seen some pretty amazing ways that prompt engineering can be used.
Yeah.
But now I'm wondering, how do you actually get good at this?
Right.
Like, can anyone become a prompt engineer?
Well, the good news is
Okay.
the article's FAQ section actually goes into that.
Oh, perfect.
And it turns out you don't need to be a coding expert or anything like that.
Okay, good.
It's more about having certain skills.
Yeah. Okay, so what kind of skills?
Well, first, strong language skills are really important.
Okay.
Because remember, you're basically writing instructions for a machine.
Yeah.
So you need to be clear and precise.
Right. It sounds like good writing skills could come in handy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's not just about being grammatically correct.
Okay.
It's also about knowing how to structure your prompts effectively.
Okay.
Like the article gives a good example of this.
Hmm.
Let's say you want the AI to write a product description
Okay.
for a new running shoe. A bad prompt would be something like, write a product description.
Yeah, that's pretty vague.
Right.
The AI wouldn't know what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A much better prompt would be something like this. Write a concise and persuasive product description for a new running shoe called Air Sprint.
Okay.
Highlight its key features, such as its lightweight design, breathable fabric, and advanced cushioning system.
Okay.
Target audience is amateur runners looking for comfort and performance.
Wow. Okay, that's way better.
Right.
The second one gives the AI like a lot more to work with.
Exactly. It's clear, it's specific,
Mm.
it gives it all the information it needs.
So it's not just about what you ask.
Right.
It's about how you ask it.
Exactly. And that brings us to the second skill, creativity.
Okay.
Prompt engineering is not just about following a formula.
Mhm.
It's about thinking outside the box and coming up with creative ways to get the AI to give you what you want.
So you're almost like challenging the AI to be creative.
Yeah. In a way you are.
I like that.
The article even mentions, thinking of unique ways to ask questions,
Mm-hmm.
which is really what prompt engineering is all about.
It's like experimenting and seeing what the AI can do.
Exactly.
It's almost of an art form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely an element of that to it.
Yeah.
And that leads us to the third skill, analytical thinking.
Okay.
You can't just write a prompt and hope for the best.
Right.
You need to look at what the AI gives you
Yeah.
and decide if it's actually what you wanted.
Okay, so it's like a back and forth.
Exactly. It's a feedback loop.
You're refining the prompts based on what the AI gives you.
Yeah, you're kind of having a conversation with it.
Cool.
The more you practice, the better you'll get at understanding how the AI thinks.
Okay, and tweaking your prompts to get better results. It's
Right.
starting to make a lot more sense now.
Good.
So we have language skills, creativity, and analytical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty well-rounded skill set.
Yeah.
And it seems like it could be useful in a lot of different fields.
Yeah.
But, with all this talk about AI, are there any concerns about, human jobs becoming obsolete?
Oh, yeah. That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
It comes up a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to remember that AI is just a tool.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Any tool, it could be used for good or bad.
Right.
It really depends on us.
So it's not about replacing humans. It's
Right.
about augmenting our capabilities.
Exactly.
Okay.
Prompt engineering in particular.
Yeah.
It really emphasizes that collaboration between humans and AI.
Okay.
We're the ones who are providing the guidance, the creativity, the critical thinking.
Right.
The AI is just helping us to do those things better.
That makes me feel a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
It sounds like prompt engineering could create new jobs.
Absolutely.
For people who are willing to learn.
As AI keeps evolving,
Mm-hmm.
the demand for people who can do prompt engineering is only going to increase.
Yeah. It seems like a field with a lot of potential.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it's like we're learning a whole new language.
Yeah, the language of AI.
And the better we get at it,
Right.
the more we can get out of these AIs.
Exactly. And that potential is huge.
Yeah.
I think we're only just scratching the surface right now.
Yeah.
As AI models get more advanced,
Mm-hmm.
prompt engineering is going to be even more important.
It's like we're becoming AI whisperers or something.
Yeah, kind of.
What do you think the future of prompt engineering will look like?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably see more tools being developed
Okay.
to help people get better at prompt engineering.
Like what kinds of tools?
I don't know, maybe like specialized software
Okay.
or even online courses and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe even like official certifications or degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, it could be a whole field to study.
It's definitely starting to feel like a skill that will be in high demand.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And who knows, maybe some of our listeners will become like pioneers in this new field.
I think that's totally possible.
Yeah.
This deep dive has hopefully given you a good starting point.
Mm.
But the best way to learn is just to start experimenting.
So you're saying just go out there and play with AI.
Exactly. Try writing your own prompts. See what you can do.
Don't be afraid to try new things.
Right. The OpenAPI Hub community is a great place to start.
Okay.
They have tons of resources and a really active community.
Cool.
So if you're interested in learning more,
Yeah.
definitely check them out.
We've learned a lot today about how to talk to AI,
Mm-hmm.
how to guide its creativity, and how to use it to solve problems.
And create new possibilities.
It's been a really cool journey,
It has.
and I'm really excited to see where this all goes.
Me too.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of prompt engineering.
Thanks for having me.
Keep exploring, keep asking questions,
Right.
and keep pushing the limits of what's possible with AI.
Exactly.
Until next time, happy prompting.